In the breathtaking wilds of the Canadian Rockies, the province of Alberta holds the third largest city of Canada, Calgary. It's here where Primerica's crusade is strong. This is the story of one woman's courage and how the Primerica family has made a difference in her life. This is Rizza's story.
Bob and I have been building our business with Primerica for 15 years now. When we got started, we were so excited about the impact that we could make for families and how we could change their lives. We love the fact that there is a company out there that did what was right for families 100% of the time, that had integrity, and that would always deliver for the family.
So when I phoned Rhonda the other night with the experience with Rizza, it really reminded us how great this company is and what it does for people.
Rizza became a client in September of 2005 by a representative in our office named Sylvester Siva, as well as with the help of Marjorie Alvarado.
I met Rizza 2 years ago through a lady out there in Red Deer, and she's the one that recruits all these nannies to work here in Saudi Arabia, from Saudi Arabia, I would say so. And she had told me to explain to everybody else the importance of the life insurance, basically because all of these ladies or men who are coming out here needs to be protected, because their families are the ones that they're the breadwinner for these families that they have left behind in the Philippines.
Came from Philippines, raised and born there, and then that time I decided to go to Saudi Arabia to work as midwife in the hospital, and for 8 years to spend there, and I decided, okay, it's time to go to Canada. It's a better future for my family. So I came here. That was July 2005 as a live-in caregiver, a nanny, and then I just leave my daughter and my husband in Saudi Arabia.
I'm working as a nurse, a transitions nurse at the Peter Lahid Hospital, and eventually I got a word that Rizza is in the same hospital where I work, and I learned that she is terminally ill with cancer, and of course the news is not really that great, having 2 kids. So I said, you remember your life insurance. That life insurance has a terminal illness benefit. And then she lit up, her face lit up, and she said, I'm not going home, I'm staying. I said, yes, you're not.
I'm planning to get my family, especially my husband, my daughter, and my son, when I was a permanent resident. I'm waiting for that for probably 6 months more. And then if God will, that they will grant their visa as a landed immigrant, they can come anytime. And also my son from the Philippines. It's too hard. It's a 3 country, Saudi, Philippines, and Canada. It's too hard for me as a mother, as a wife, as a sister also.
Then that day, she's not really feeling well. She's really is in pain. And I went in there with a terminal illness benefit check.
Actually, Marge came to my room that I'm so surprised that, oh, Rizza, I have good news for you. And then I asked, what's that? See, you have a check from the Primerica. Like, oh wow, and then I saw that amount. It's really big amount. It's really help for me. And then suddenly, okay, it's time to go to your office.
And all of a sudden that night, she said, we're going. I said, we're going where? I am going there to thank everybody for giving me this check, because this check means a lot. And I said, no, because you are not in a position. No, I'm going there. You bring me, even in my pajamas, I am going.
The people, everybody, I want to say thank you for everything what you done to me.
When I first got the call, was Marjorie at the hospital. She had just finished delivering the terminal illness benefit check, and I couldn't believe what I was hearing on the phone. She basically said that Rizza wanted to come in to the office to thank our company, the people here for doing such a great job. We're helping with that check, and I was shocked. I couldn't believe somebody in that situation where she's terminally ill had the strength or wanted to do something like that, and I was blown away by that to begin with. And just when she showed up here, I was talking to Bob at the back of the room. This is going to be a different meeting. It's probably one of the most impactful open houses or business overviews I've been to in my 13 years here. If anybody was in the room, they would actually really get the feeling of what Primerica is about. And I've always heard before that we don't really know, or new people don't really know what Primerica does until they actually deliver a death claim to a family. And this just goes to show how we deliver for folks.
The time I was on my pajamas and Marge told me, okay, put on your jacket, put on your shoes, but I don't have that, jeans. I don't care. As long as I'm gonna wear my pajamas, let's go outside. Even though the weather is not really good, it's really very, very cold weather. And I just put on my jacket, and then we asked the nurses there that, okay guys, we will just have coffee downstairs. But they don't know anything. We just go outside and, okay.
When Rizza finished speaking that night, I had to come up right after and speak after her. I remember sitting right beside her, embracing every word she was saying, overwhelmed with emotions, and then just in total disbelief that something like this could happen to somebody at such a young age, just turned 34 years old, with a 9-year-old child and a 3-year-old child. And the whole time I was just sitting there, and I said to myself, this is not right. It's not fair. That she's diagnosed with terminal cancer, leaving her very little time to live. But thank God for Primerica. Thank God for a company that does what's right 100% of the time. Thank God for a company that always put their clients first. For myself to see a check that was cut out to Rizza and her family so that she could fly her children over here, not having to worry about money, but just to know that they can see their mama. That was priceless. Priceless.
When Bob called me on the way home from the meeting, the feeling, he couldn't express to him the impact that Rizza had, not only on him personally, but our entire office, on how a lady who's terminally ill has come to the office to thank us and to feel so grateful for what we do as a company. And when he told me that story, right away I said, I need to go to the hospital and meet this lady and tell her that, we're proud of her for sharing her story with all of us and the impact that it has made on us.
Rizza was diagnosed on Christmas Day. Her terminal illness was paid out in 2 weeks. It was just amazing. And that's the reason I phoned Marjorie that night. I was impressed how fast our head office had, followed through and helped this client in the time of need. And Marjorie was there with the client delivering it that very day, broke down in tears and put Rizza on the phone. And the one thing she said was, thank you. And I said, don't thank me. You thank your agent and you thank Primerica. And that'll be with me forever.